All right, English 111 students, thanks for joining us this week. Welcome to week 7 of 8. So this is your next to last week. You're actually in the home stretch now. Okay. If you've been feeling like the semester is flying by, it is. The good news is this, because most of the hard thinking and research is already behind you. This week is going to be about pulling everything together and then polishing your work so it's ready to turn in and it's good and strong writing that you're doing. This week is focused on one main thing, and that's your researched essay. Everything we're doing now is designed to help you to revise, to strengthen, and to finish it well. The first thing you're going to work on this week, you're going to see is the D5 Research Essay Assignment Instructions and Resources folder. In that folder, you're going to see the assignment instructions. So I'm going to let you read that, but what I want to do is talk you over some of the stuff. First, we're going to talk about what the essay actually is and what it's not. It's not an argument. You're not trying to convince your reader of doing anything. Instead, it's an informative and reflective research essay. I want you to think of it as telling the story of your research journey. You're walking the reader through why you chose this cultural concept, what you thought you knew about it at the beginning, and what you discovered through your research. Also, how your thinking changed along the way during the research. Your goal is to inform, to reflect, and to engage us, not to persuade us. The big picture expectations here, the length, 1,200 to 1,500 words, typed double spaced. You've got 5 to 7 total sources that I'm going to let you use. At least 3 of those need to be some kind of scholarly or very reliable source. All sources must be credible. I wanted an MLA number 9 format with in-text citations and a works cited page. The submission can be Word or PDF uploaded to the Blackboard folder that you'll see at the end of the module. You can use sources from your source chart, but you don't have to use all of them. And in the structure of the essay, you're going to have 3 main sections. The first section is your introduction, which should be about 1 to 2 paragraphs, and that's where you're going to set the things up. In the introduction, you're going to grab the reader's attention. You're going to explain how and why you chose the topic. You're going to talk about what you knew about the topic before you started doing the research, and then you're going to explain what you wanted to learn and why. And then you'll end with your thesis. That'll be the end of the introduction. That could be 2 paragraphs. Your thesis should turn your main research question that you had into a statement that's based on what you found in your research. In section 2, this is the research process, and you're going to talk about what you learned. It's going to be multiple paragraphs. This section's actually the heart of the paper. Every body paragraph focuses on one source, usually, though sometimes a source may need more than 1 paragraph. In those paragraphs, you should explain how you found the source, discuss why it's credible and useful, and briefly summarize it. Include any quotes or paraphrases, and if you use those quotes or paraphrases, use MLA citations, and mostly importantly, respond to the source. That response might be that you're agreeing or disagreeing with it, or that you're connecting it to another source, or you're explaining, in your case, how it changed your thinking or guided you in a different direction, or led you to some new questions that you might have had. Your reader in this place should clearly see how your research was built over time and how your understanding of the topic evolved. Every one of these paragraphs should have a clear topic sentence, should have support, it should have unity and focus. There should be smooth transitions, and in the paragraph, there should be evidence of some critical thinking that you've done. Section 3 is the research reflection piece. This is the conclusion, and it's 1 paragraph. This is where you're going to step back and reflect. And in this, you're going to discuss challenges you faced, how you handled them. You're going to explain why the research experience matters, and you're going to reflect on whether your thinking changed or not, and explain where you are now in your understanding of this cultural concept. If you can't fully understand answer your research question, that's okay. Explain why and what research would be needed next to understand the research question. Your style and voice. Remember, choose an interesting title. Use first person to describe your process. That means I did this, I did this. And third person for the sources. Smith explains. The source explains. This paragraph explains. Integrate your quotes smoothly. No long block quotes. Use signal phrases so your reader always knows what's your idea and what information comes from a source. and let your voice and personality come through while you're staying academic in tone. Grammar and punctuation do matter. The more GPS activities you've completed up until this point, the easier this should be. And then the rubric. Remember, that's a checklist. Use it before you submit. One very important warning. If missing signal phrases or quotation marks or citations make it unclear which ideas are yours versus what your sources are, the essay can earn a 0 for plagiarism. So if you're unsure, cite the source. After that, I want you to look at the D6 Writing with Research Strong Paragraphs assignment. It's a connect assignment that's designed to help you strengthen your paragraph structure and your source integration. Don't skip it. It directly supports your essay and the revisions you're going to make. Then you're going to have to complete the D7 peer review for your researched essay. Peer review is required and it's time sensitive. Here's how it works. You're going to upload your draft before Wednesday night, 11:59 p.m., then review two classmates' drafts. You're going to post your responses before Friday at 11:59 p.m. Sorry, that should be Sunday, before 11:59 p.m. And then if you miss either one of these results, and a 20-point deduction, so make sure you plan ahead. When you're reviewing, be specific, thoughtful, and constructive, and remember to answer the questions fully. You're helping someone to improve their final submission. The D8 Jaguar tutoring assignment, it helps you polish your essay. Remember, you've got to submit your draft to the Jaguar tutoring portal at least 48 hours before the due date of this assignment so that you can receive their feedback in time to reflect for this assignment. You're going to submit the tutoring feedback along with your draft. Then there's the D9 research essay, the final draft. After you do peer reviewing and tutoring, after you revise and proofread and get feedback from the people who are going to give you feedback, you double check your MLA, then submit your final draft as a Word or a PDF document. So, final thoughts, you're almost there. Week 7 is about revision, reflection, and refinement. Make sure you trust the process you've been using all semester. Make sure you follow your checklist and look at the rubric and ask for help if you need it. Take this one step at a time and you'll finish strong. Promise you. All right. Have a good module. Thank you.